He just handles business. He stands on business, right? Is that what the young kids say nowadays? Stands on business.
Oh Kiddan! Oh Kiddan! Yo, what up, people? Hello, namaste, kamcho, assalamu alaikum, and sastriyakal. What up, guys? Welcome back to the Oh Kiddan podcast. I'm your host, Tej, and guess who we have with us?
Pops.
Tej's Pops.
That's it. I'm going to be known as, right? Going forward, I'm going to get a t-shirt that says Tej's Pops on it. Anytime I get a jersey, I want to say Tej Pops on the back. It's official. It's official, sir. Thank you for welcoming us. Thank you for bringing us on today. Sir, what are we doing today?
How about you introduce us?
You want me to introduce it?
Yeah, I do it every time.
You want to share the wealth? You want to share a little bit? I like this giving nature that you have here. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So I think today, I know you and I were discussing, right? We were discussing about, building a perfect athlete, right? There's all these ridiculous and crazy lists out there about from the ESPN and how they're top 10 ranked, blah, blah, blah. We didn't want to go that route. So I think what we should do, though, what we can do is, like you said, let's build an athlete. Like, let's build our perfect athlete with the different categories and attributes that we've assigned to them. And in doing so, I think we should put some parameters around it, right? So put some constraints. Let's just try to be in the box for once. Me, like I'm always outside the box, right? But if I'm always coloring outside the lines, as my people who are close to me know about me, and they always complain about me, right? You're always coloring outside the lines, never following the rules.
Yep.
But let's try to set some rules, right? And let's try to, like, as much as we can, right? Let's try to color inside the lines and not go too far out the box. If you have to go a little bit, we could flirt with the edge a little bit, right? But just not way outside the box. Is that cool? Let's try that?
Yeah.
All right. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to create our perfect player, but this is the basketball version. So you know how what's that store? Build-A-Bear? We're going to build a player, right? Build a player basketball version. Cool?
Yep.
All right, let's do it. So the rules here are we're going to list out the attributes, and we can only pick players within the sport of basketball, right? In the NBA, historically, whatever that attributes fit to. But the catch here is this. We're going to do a draft style. So if I pick a player, he's off the board. You pick a player for a category, then you can't reuse him for a different category, right? Because there are players who fit multiple categories. So if you're going to pick, let's just say right off the bat, we're going to pick one of these two guys, right? I know we're going to pick one of these two guys. So if you pick one for one, you can't pick him for the other. So, and our categories are pretty extensive. So we wanted to make this challenging. The other thing we wanted to do was, at least for me, I don't know what your list looks like, but for me, I tried not to go the easy route, right? Not too easy. Like some are really obvious, like I have to go that route. Yeah. But for some of them, I tried to pick somebody different, somebody like we're not normally going to think of. And just to we don't want easy, uncontested layups all the time, right? Sometimes you like that fade away, two guys in hands in your face and you're hitting this tough 3-pointer from like 30 feet out and it's a game winner. Like sometimes you like, that's a good shot sometimes, right? Sometimes you want a mid-range shot. My favorite, mid-range shot, right? Sometimes you want a nice uncontested, but it just can't always be that, right? The go-to, oh, you guys missed it. No, we didn't. We're just trying not to go that all the time. So that all being said, did I miss anything?
Nope. Oh, yeah, you did. The pass. One pass.
Oh, yes. So in the event, we're going to give each other one pass where you can either reuse a player or if I pick somebody, you can pick him too, right? Or if you already picked him earlier, you can pick him, but only one pass. You get one lifeline, as they would say, right?
Yep.
So with that's everything, right?
Yep.
All right, cool. So let's begin. Sir, since you were so generous and so kind in allowing me to introduce, I'm going to return the favor and reciprocate that generosity and let you start first.
Okay.
All right? You got your list. Got my list, right?
Yep.
So here's your build-a-player, my build-a-player. At the end, maybe we can put it together and see who has a better build-a-player, right? And we can go build one. Yep. Probably not a Build-A-Bear, though, but I build a player.
Yep.
And in the RBA workshops. Oh, I like RBA workshops.
RBA workshops.
And you guys will know what RBA is. You'll find out. You'll find out. I don't want to reveal it just yet. There may be another podcast out there that talks about RBA. Hint, hint. But sir, please do us the honors.
All right. So the first
What's the first category?
The first category is shooting.
Shooting. All right.
So my shooter that I'm picking, I'm not gonna pick the obvious.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go with Larry Bird for this one.
Ooh, Larry Bird? Man. Seriously?
Yep.
You took mine. That's one of my guys on the He's on one of my, because listen, knowing you, I came with backups. I had to get some backups, right? And so Larry Bird is one on my list of one of my potential picks, because I thought you were going to pick somebody else, and you caught me with a little curveball right off the bat. Look at you, mister.
So I pick Larry Bird. Like, he would literally tell the defense what he was going to do, and he would do it and still hit the shot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. That is so spot on. I see you've been doing a little film study. Okay. All right, young man. Okay. And I was going to say the same thing. Like, this is a guy who literally would, like you said, oh, here's what I'm going to do to you. Try to stop it. Oh, guess what? You can't. Right? I'm still going to do what I want. And that's just, how disrespectful that is?
Way disrespectful.
Like if somebody said, I'm going to do this to you, and then go do it, and they kept doing it on top of that, my God, like, I don't know what's more disrespectful than that. That's pretty bad. Okay, Larry Bird, man, that's a good start.
So that's my shooter, Larry Bird.
That's your shooter?
Yep.
Oh, man. Now you put me in a little conundrum. I'm in a little bit of a conundrum here on how I should go about this. But you know what? Because you did that, because that was actually my first pick too.
It was?
Yeah, that was going to be my first pick. But because you did that, this is why. Because now I know where you're going to go for one of the other categories that we have here.
Oh.
So because you did that, I'm going to go with, listen, Chef Curry, right? Chef Curry, son.
You stole it.
That's right. Chef Curry. I got to go Chef Curry because you're going to use him later. I know you. So I can't let you use him. So now.
But you can't use him either.
Correct. So now Steph and Larry are off the board, right? And now this is going to make things challenging. Ooh.
All right.
So Steph and Larry off the board. I got Steph. You got Larry. Man. I'm going to notate it down at the same time what we're doing here, so we can make our list later.
Yeah.
Right? So that's what I'm doing. All right, cool.
So my scorer. Now next one is scorer.
So scoring is the next category.
Yep.
Right? But first, you're a shooter. A shooter means you can shoot, right? Whether it's spot up shooter, whatever type of shooter. A shooter's a shooter.
Yep.
Right? So you got Larry, shoot from anywhere. I got Steph, who can shoot from anywhere. Right? All right, cool.
All right, so my scorer, I don't know who I want to pick out of these three players that I have on my list. But I'm going to go for the obvious for this one.
Okay.
I'm going to pick the GOAT, Michael Jordan.
I mean, how can you not? How can you not? Right? You kind of have to. Well, unless you're a MJ hater, I guess. Then I guess not. But for scoring, like, MJ is the guy, right?
Yep.
All right. You went with the GOAT. And I really appreciate that your young generation, you called him the GOAT. Because they don't call him the GOAT anymore for some reason. Your generation doesn't, right? Because Kobe is your GOAT, right? Or your generation, or even the younger, little older than you, they considered Kobe the GOAT, right? There's a certain group of guys in the NBA who consider Paul George the GOAT.
What?
Or like that's their GOAT. So yeah. So everybody has
Paul George?
Yeah. I mean, listen, he's nice.
He's a good player, but not the GOAT.
Correct. But he's nice, right? But everyone has their player. All right, cool. You and MJ.
MJ for the scoring.
Man. Huh. This is tough, man. Now I'm like another conundrum because I want to use another guy, but I know you're probably going to be using him later, and I don't want to lose out on him. So I'm gonna have to go with him. I'm gonna have to go with LeBron.
LeBron?
Yeah.
Wait, for scoring?
For scoring?
Oh, thank you.
Actually, I take that back. My bad. I take that back. Scoring, listen. If you go with MJ, there's only one guy who's a carbon copy, photocopy, mirror image of MJ.
Now I have to go with my backup.
And now who's that? It is the Mamba himself. And I wanted to use Mamba later. I wanted to use Kobe Bryant later. I really did.
I know which.
Yeah, you know which one. But because you're going first, you're gonna make this tough on me. And I gotta return the favor. I can't let you take all of them. I can't let you have MJ and Kobe, all right, sir? Okay? All right, we can't do that. So I'm gonna take Kobe. the late great Kobe Bryant. Who you got? So the next category is what?
30 from 30.
30 for 30. 30 from 30, right? Little trickery on the wordplay there, right? It's 30 for 30. 30 from 30.
Yep.
Who you got? I already took Steph.
I got a backup.
I know who your backup is. Already.
You do?
Oh, yes, I do.
Who?
Go ahead.
I'm picking Damian Lillard.
Obviously. Damian Lillard, correct. All right, so Dame's off the board. Man, this is getting tough already. All right, so, I had Steph here. This is who I was really going to pick, Steph.
Oh,
but I knew
that's me too.
But if I didn't pick Steph earlier, you would have picked him here. And I can't let you do that. Just because for me, Steph can do shooting and 30 from 30.
Oh, he can
easily.
Do any.
Man, You know how I'm going to go here? Now I just have to go off the top of the dome.
Who you're going to pick.
And
you can't pick Steph or Dame.
Correct.
Unless you use the pass.
And I got to go with a guy who can hit deep shots. And I'm going to go with the guy that started the deep shot. And not many people think about him as the deep shot hitter. But he was hitting deep shots. Because you know why? He said it himself. When he checked his shooting percentage from deep and 3-point line, he realized that his shooting percentage was better.
Wait a minute.
Further out. You know why it was further out better? Because defenses weren't playing far out back then. They were meeting him at the 3. So he said, why don't I just pull up a little earlier? So my shooting percentage is better, right?
Oh, I might know who it is.
Oh, I know you know who it is. This is No Chill Gil. Gilbert Arenas. Yes, sir. He is he started the deep shot. At least in my recollection. Because I like to pick players that I've seen. I don't like to pick players that I haven't seen, right? So I seen Gil. I'm going to go with Gilbert Arenas as my 30 from 30.
Agent
the
Zero?
originator.
Agent Zero?
No Chill Gil. 30 for 30. The originator.
30 from 30.
30 from 30. The originator. Gil. Man, you made me change. Look at this. Right off the bat, you made me do this. All right, go ahead. Who we got?
All right, my mentality.
Hey, guess who's gone? Guess who's gone? Yeah, the obvious ones.
I don't even have any more.
You better pick somebody. You want to use a pass already?
No.
You can use a pass.
No, I can think of one.
Mentality, who you got?
Mentality.
Would you like me to go first?
No. That would just make it worse.
Okay.
For mentality, I don't know if this guy, well, he had a good mentality. Actually, he does. Okay. I'm going to pick Tracy McGrady.
Oh, dude. What are you reading my mind? It's like we're related.
because the people who I have right here on mentality are Kobe, MJ, and Steph. But all of them are gone.
I really didn't think you would pick T-Mac, and I was saving him for later. You just messed up my list, young man. All right, T-Mac for you.
I mean, I didn't use my pass. I thought I would.
That's a great pick. Listen, T-Mac was a scoring leader. He was unstoppable, right? And on another podcast, hint, I spoke about T-Mac, right? And about his Christmas day and how he was a scoring leader, right? That pre-injury T-Mac that made Kobe touch the earth T-Mac, that give everybody problems T-Mac, right? That guy who was unstoppable T-Mac, that Orlando T-Mac. This guy was a problem.
So I'm going to pick T-Mac for my mentality.
I love it. T-Mac's your pick. So now you made me, again, change my pick. So I'm going to
Wait, that was your mentality player?
No, that's who I was going to put in there until you just took him. So now I'm going to have to go with, you know who I'm going to go with?
Who?
Mentality. So when we say mentality, you're talking about like a killer mentality, right?
Yep. I got T-Mac. Gil's off. Kobe's off.
Right. You know who I'm going to go with? Mentality?
Who?
A guy who doesn't get shaken no matter what happens. He doesn't get shook. He don't get shook. Like Shook one's Mob Deep. You don't know about that yet. Maybe later. But Shook, he don't get shook. This guy, whether I have my number 2 with me or not, it don't matter. I handle business. I handles business, right? He, as we say, better send another one, right?
Yeah.
Because I gets buckets. This is him. And he just showed that. You know where he showed it last?
Where?
Christmas Day.
Oh.
Against the Suns. When he was undermanned. He didn't have his teammate with him.
I needed him.
I know you did. I know you did. Luka Wonderboy Doncic. Yeah. I'm going to go with Luka.
For mentality?
Mentality. He don't get shook. He just handles business. He stands on business, right? Is that what the young kids say nowadays? Stands on business? That's what I'm going to get.
All right, next is work ethic.
Work ethic. Oh, man, the big ones are gone. The main ones are gone.
I still have one,
Who
though.
you got?
So he only puts in 30 minutes of work, I would say, like in one
I
workout.
already know you got.
I'm picking Kevin Durant.
You just took my other one. You just took my other
Kevin
one.
Durant.
Dude, what are you doing? You're ruining my list. You're ruining my build-a-player. What are you doing? All right, now you're building your own great build-a-player. That's awesome. KD's your player?
Yeah, for work ethic.
Okay. You know how I'm going to go? I'm going to go with somebody that you wouldn't think of.
Who?
Normally you wouldn't think of. But this guy had the same trainer as Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. Yeah.
What?
Because he was deserving of it. Kobe introduced him, his trainer to him. Kobe allowed him to come work with him. Kobe invited him to work with him. That's how good he was. If Kobe respects you, you deserve to be on this work ethic list because you got that work ethic, right? Who do we always talk about work ethic? Kobe, right? If Kobe co-signs, oh, you on my list. You know what that is? Flash. You know what Flash is? Come on now. Seriously?
Who? D-Wade? Oh,
Wade.
D-Wade. Yeah.
D-Wade. Dwayne Wade. That's my work ethic guy. Because he was, Tim Grover was his trainer.
Actually?
Yes, sir. He got handed down to him, right? Because first started with Jordan, Kobe, D-Wade, and then he had a bunch of other guys too. I just don't remember all of them offhand. But I remember this one. This one I remember. Because you took KD from me. And T-Mac. That was a good boy.
All right. So IQ.
Mm-hmm.
You took Kobe
Sir.
and Bron. No, wait. Oh, wait a minute. IQ, I picked Bron. LeBron James. You never picked Bron. Where did you pick him? I picked LeBron James for IQ.
Why didn't I pick Bron for work ethic? I didn't pick him for work ethic. I should have picked him for work ethic.
I picked Bron for IQ.
Oh, look at that. I slipped already and messed up. Bron for IQ, man. Listen, that's tough.
I had somebody else, but I'm going to save him.
Man, I messed up. Big time. You got Bron. Well, you know what? Rightfully so. You know why you deserve Bron? Correct. That's why you deserve Bron. I'm glad I didn't pick him because you deserve Bron, right? You don't see a Bron jersey on me, right? You see a Bron jersey on you, right? And that was a monster Bron.
So I picked LeBron James for
Okay.
IQ.
So LeBron for you. You know who I actually had for IQ, and you wouldn't technically who I had?
Who?
They're not on the board anymore. I had Gil,
Oh.
and my backup was Luca.
Oh.
Those are my backups. Now I gotta go. My backup.
Who's that?
That, my friend, is. Let me note there. You got Bron. I got CP3.
Oh.
CP3 IQ.
Okay.
High IQ player.
Okay.
High IQ player. Manipulates the game and everything.
Okay.
But that's my guy. CP3 off the board. Creativity. Next category.
Creativity. So I don't want to pick him right now. I pick Magic Johnson.
Oh, you took. I had him later though.
You had him later?
Yeah, I had him later.
I picked Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson for you. You know how I'm gonna go with creativity?
Who?
I'm gonna go with Jamal Crawford.
Oh, Jamal?
Crawford. Yeah. So normally you wouldn't think of him. I'm gonna go, and I've seen him play.
He's pretty good.
Jamal Crawford. I'm gonna go with him because he showed some stuff that you wouldn't normally see. So I'm gonna go with Jamal Crawford for creativity.
All right, the next one.
So you had who was it? Magic?
Magic for creativity.
Okay. Cool.
All right, so next is ankles.
Ankles. This means that you take ankles.
Yep.
Right? You're an ankle collector. You got ankles on your wall, on your mantles. Right?
Yeah.
All right. Who's your guy? I know you're gonna take somebody I have later too, and I know it. Come on.
No, I don't.
You want me to go first?
Yes.
Okay.
I want you to go first for this.
And I'm not gonna take any of your guys. You know what? I know you're not gonna pick this guy because I didn't want to go the obvious route again. I'm gonna go with ISO Joe. Joe Johnson.
Oh, Joe Johnson?
Yes, sir. ISO Joe. This man has so many ankles, especially Paul Pierce's ankles.
Paul Pierce.
Oh yeah. No, I'm gonna take. I got ISO Joe.
All right.
ISO Joe. It's not the obvious one, right?
So listen, you didn't help me at all.
Oh, I didn't.
Now I have to do the same thing I was gonna.
All right, go ahead. Come on.
Ankles.
Narrow it down. AI, yes sir. The double ankles on the play. You got the double ankles. AI is your guy. I thought about him actually for later because he actually fits another category really well. But
so I stole yours.
But you got him though. It's cool. All
right.
So
now I get to go 2 times in a row.
No, you don't.
Yes.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
You've been going first this whole time.
No, I'm still going.
No.
Yes,
you get to go.
Yes.
Anyways, go.
All right. So passing is next.
Passing/vision.
No, I'm picking
Who's that?
Penny Hardaway.
The other Magic, the second version of Magic Johnson, right? Penny Hardaway.
Yep.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Is that your pick?
No, it wasn't actually. But now that I think of it, that's a great pick. Great pick.
I'm gonna pick Penny Hardaway.
You looking like you're gonna take my team here. All right. So my guy's gonna be Jason Kidd.
For passing?
For passing.
Oh.
Yeah, Jason Kidd can listen, you want buckets? He used to tell his players, I'll get you 6 points easy. Just run. You just gotta run. If you run with me, I'll get you 6 points easy throughout the game. 6 to 8 points are yours. Think about that. If your point guard can promise you 6 to 8 points just for running, what's easier than that? Right? Be ready. Just run and be ready. Get them hands ready. Because that ball might find you where you might least expect it. Easy bucket. Right? So I'm gonna take you got Penny, I got Jason Kidd.
All right, trickery is the next
Trickery.
one.
This means just being, very magician-like with the ball. But you got, there's some good guys out there too.
So trickery is between these two people.
You got.
I'm gonna pick a guy. You might know him. You do know
God,
him.
he's gonna pick. Go ahead.
No, I'm not picking your guy.
You're gonna. Let's see. Let's go.
So I'm gonna pick the guy who created the behind the back fake pass. Rajon Rondo.
Oh, Rondo?
Yep.
Yes. Okay, you didn't pick my guy. Thank you.
Oh, you're picking Kyrie.
You didn't pick my guy. Awesome. No. Kyrie's the easy answer. I don't want the easy answer. He is the obvious answer. And I know he's the better pick too when I say who it's going to be. But it's okay though. I don't want the, go-to answer.
So I pick Rajon Rondo
That's a good pick.
for trickery.
That's a great pick. He was tricky, definitely. Especially with that little, they call it the Rondo. They need to move after him, right?
Yep.
All right. My guy is going to be white chocolate.
Oh.
Jason Williams, white chocolate. Man, was he tricky with that ball. He was tricky. So listen, when you get a name like white chocolate, that just means you sweet, right?
Yep.
You sweet with that ball. So you fun to watch. So
all right,
that's my guy.
Next category is rebounding.
Rebounding. Glass, Mr. Glass. I'm going to call him Mr. Glass. Mr. Glass Award.
All right. You know who I'm picking.
I already know. Go ahead. Say it.
Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman, the worm. Dennis Rodman. He's a scientist, a mad scientist on the art of rebounding. It's crazy the way he sees rebounding. It's I've never heard rebounding described the way he described it or describes it.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go with the next best guy. Very quiet.
For rebounding?
Yep. Very quiet, down to business. And you could say he's might be the obvious pick here, but I can't think of anyone better to pick. Tim Duncan.
Oh, Tim Duncan.
Yes,
okay.
Sir. Tim Duncan, he's my pick for rebounding.
All right.
All right, what's next?
Footwork.
Footwork, or as Shaq would say, feet work.
So for footwork, I pick Hakeem Olajuwon.
Dude, we gotta switch the going first part. We gotta switch the going first part. You're gonna have a much better team than me at the end of this. All right. So I knew you were gonna pick one of these guys. So my backup, you picked. Normally, right? Kobe's gone, Michael's gone. All these guys are gone, right? For footwork, you got Hakeem the Dream, Olajuwon. I'm gonna have to go with Dirk Nowitzki.
Dirk Nowitzki.
Yes, sir. Dirk Nowitzki. So that's my guy for footwork.
All right. So handles.
Handles. Oh, that means ball on a string, right? It means I can do whatever I want with this ball. There's nothing you can do to get it.
So listen, I might have stole yours.
I already know who you're gonna take. The obvious one.
Oh, I'm gonna pick Pistol Pete. Pete Maravich.
Sir, please explain.
Pete Maravich is the first ever ball handler to ever play the game. And he's the first person to ever put the ball on a string. Just say it like that.
Yeah, the way he created, like his creativity. You know what's crazy? So I thought you were gonna pick somebody else. And I had Pistol Pete as my backup. It was either him or somebody else. And because the thing I love about Pistol Pete is that I didn't really get to see him play, but all the video that I've watched, the film I watched of him, if you think about it, guys like all the ball handlers you could think of, just whoever, right? Whoever comes to mind ball handling wise.
Yep.
All those guys learned from somebody before them, right? They all learned those moves from the guy before them and then made their own version of their handles, right? Who did Pistol Pete learn from?
Nobody.
Right? Who was he watching?
Nobody.
Like some of the drills that he has, like who is coming? Who did he watch to say, oh, let me make my version of it? No, nobody. He came up with that stuff. That's why for me, like, I'm sorry, you could think of, whoever as the best ball handler, but Pistol Pete by far is the originator. Like his creativity is out of this world. Out of this world. And everybody else is built upon it. That's the difference. Whereas he originated. He is the founding father the godfather of handles. And I don't care what anybody has to say about it. All
So
right.
for my handles, I'm picking Pete Maravich.
All right, Pete Maravich for you. So in that sense, I'm gonna have to go with the obvious then. You didn't pick him. Kyrie Irving.
Yep.
Kyrie Irving. He's
Even if I had picked Kyrie, you would have picked Pete.
Pistol Pete.
So it's the same.
Right?
same
Unless
way.
you picked Kyrie earlier, then I had my third guy.
Oh, you did?
I did. And I'll tell you, I don't know if I
You're
want to
going
say
to
it.
use him somewhere else?
No, I'm not. But
Oh.
you might. So I don't want to say it yet.
Oh, okay.
So, I'll let you know who it is later.
All right, bet. So for my defense.
Defense. Lockdown, right? Guy that you fear. Like you don't want him guarding you. He's
So-
a problem.
For my defense,
The guy you go to sleep early at night for, right? That you don't go out the night before.
I'm going to pick Scottie Pippen.
Bro, what are you doing?
Stealing your team?
Yes. Scotty. That's who I had. Okay. So Scottie Pippen. All right. I'm going to pick, because you picked Scotty. Now I can go about this two ways, right? I can go about this in a sense of a guy that shuts everything down that comes in the paint, or a guy that makes your life a problem, everything outside the paint. I guess it depends on that, which route I want to go. No, I'm gonna do the outside the paint because I need more floor coverage, right? So I'm gonna go with Gary Payton.
Yeah. Oh.
The glove. Did I take somebody? I took somebody. Yeah, how's it feel, friend? How's it feel, young man?
All right. Next on the list is dominance.
Dominance. Ooh, I already know you're going.
I'm gonna
Say
pick.
it.
I'm gonna pick Shaquille
Say it.
O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal, obviously.
Shaq.
That's the obvious, most should be your first choice, Shaq. And as he says it, I'm the most dominant player to ever, right, play the game. And so that's for you.
I know who you might have, maybe.
And I'm gonna pick. Hey.
I'm not looking at your list. I can't
So-
even read from here.
Good. So on my guy, I'm glad I didn't pick him earlier now because he was gonna be my other defender guy. I'm saving him for this just to think because I knew you were gonna pick Shaq. I picked Dwight Howard.
Oh,
Dominance.
Dwight.
Dwight Howard. His teammates in Orlando said it themselves that we weren't even worried if somebody beat us. If a guard got beat, Dwight's already in there waiting. Dwight told his teammates, "Don't worry if they get beat. I got you." It was like that. It was Fort Knox up in the paint. He was lockdown Dwight, right? That Dwight in Orlando, ain't no one getting in the paint and getting past him, right? Well, rookie year Dwight, probably not. But when he got to that all-star level, that Superman Dwight, yeah. It's
All
funny
right.
because in dominance, your guy calls himself Superman. Dwight calls himself Superman. You got two Supermans there. You might be about.
All right. Next on the list is blocks.
Blocks, right? It's a block party, my friend. Block party. Who you got?
All right. So for blocking,
I already know you picking too.
You do?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm
I
not.
already know.
I'm not gonna say the name, but I'm gonna do something.
Exactly. That's
Wait,
the guy.
wait.
That's the guy.
So
Do it. Exactly. Right?
I'm picking Dikembe Mutombo.
Kembe Mutombo. Obvious choice. So I knew you're going to pick him. I'm going to go with the backup, David Robinson.
David Robinson.
The Admiral. He was swatting too, right?
Yep.
He was handling business. Not many people know about him, but he was definitely handling business in the blocking. So
Yep.
That's my guy. Clutch. Who you got for clutch? Clutch means
No, not clutch. Stealing.
steals. My
Oh,
bad.
yeah,
I'm
steals.
sorry.
Steals.
Steals.
All right. So for steals,
Oh, this is tough because both guys that I picked are gone. For me, anyway.
Wait. So for steals, my first option was Scotty.
Mm.
So I picked him before.
Mhm.
But now my backup,
Mm.
Dwayne Wade.
I already picked him
You did?
earlier.
When?
Remember when I didn't pick Braun? I didn't pick Braun, and
Where?
I picked up D Wade work ethic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
Oh,
Now what?
for steals,
Uh-oh.
who had a lot of steals?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
So a guy who stole passes.
Stole passes, stole dribbles, stole the ball. He's a thief.
So I'm gonna pick somebody
A burglar.
who plays right now.
Okay?
I'm gonna go with Drew Holiday. Yes, Drew Holiday.
You know your players. You know what? I really did not think you would pick Drew Holiday.
I mean, everybody was off the list, and
Right.
now I just have
Right.
to think of somebody.
Correct. So you got
And if I don't think of somebody, I have to use my pass.
Drew. Huh.
Who are you picking?
It was gonna be Drew.
You gonna use your pass?
No. No. Man. For steals. You know, I'm gonna go with somebody who was you wouldn't normally think of.
Who?
I'm gonna go with somebody who was very crafty he never got the shine that he truly deserved because he played on a team that doesn't operate like that. Any idea? No? I'm going to go with Manu Ginobili.
Manu Ginobili. Oh,
I'm
yeah.
going to go with Manu Ginobili.
Manu.
This man deserves a lot more credit than he got. He absolutely does. Manu Ginobili's my guy.
All right, so next is clutch. So clutch. Yep.
Clutch meaning need a point at the end of the game. Here's the ball. Will get me that bucket. Or if I pass you the ball, you're going to hit that bucket.
Now you see all my guys are taken.
Correct. so, well, I got 2 guys that haven't been taken.
You do?
Yeah. You took KD. I was going to pick him.
For clutch, you know what? I'm going to go with Ray Allen.
Sir, are you looking at my list?
No,
you get a copy of this?
I can't even read it.
Did the producers give you an advanced copy of this list?
No. Ray Allen.
Okay,
in 2013, the finals.
Exactly. No, that's a great one, right? For that guy. That guy right there. For that guy right there. All right. I'm going to go with, because you took Ray Allen, I'm going to go with the other guy.
Reggie Miller?
Nope.
No?
Big Shot Bob. Robert Horry.
Oh, Robert
Big
Horry.
Shot Bob. That's the reason they call him Big Shot Bob, because he hits the big shots. And there's plenty of film that's YouTubeable to go watch him hitting those, and Googleable to go watch those shots. So Big Shot Bob, Robert Horry. That's my guy. So you got Ray. I got Robert Horry.
Next, we have speed.
Speedster. Guy that can get from baseline to baseline and get that bucket.
I have nobody.
Oh, there's so many. Oh, yeah. And we haven't even said any of them. There's so many. There's at least 2. 2 I can think right off the bat.
Right off the bat?
Come on. There's 3 actually.
I'm going to go with...
One of them used to play for the Wizards.
The Wizards?
Yeah. Used to. He was their main player.
Oh, he's on the Suns now.
No.
Is
he? I don't know where
he's on the Suns now.
Is he? I don't even
with
know.
KD.
Oh, is he?
And D-Book.
Oh. No. He's not fast.
No?
His teammate used to be really fast. Yeah. Come on. You know about Pistol Pete and you can't remember this guy? Come on, man. I know the Wizards are not the best team. No one really thinks about them.
Exactly.
All right. So come on. Who you got?
Rip Hamilton.
Speed?
I don't.
No. Stop.
It's only conditioning?
No. Listen. Just because I'm going to let you do a redo. I'm going to give you a mulligan.
What?
No. You can't. No. He's not fast.
I don't.
So one guy, I'll give you 2 options. I'll help you out now. This is me helping you out. This is me giving you an assist.
Thank you.
All right. One guy, his last name is after an animal. And there's a song. What does that say? There's that one. And there's another guy.
Oh, yeah.
There's another guy who, what are these pictures hanging on?
Wall. Oh.
But there's 2 guys you could pick.
I'm going to go with De'Aaron Fox.
De'Aaron Fox. All right. I was going to say, come on. Not Rip, please. De'Aaron Fox.
And the other one was John Wall, right?
And I'll take the other one, John Wall.
Okay.
All right. So
listen, I didn't have nobody.
Then you should have. This is me being nice.
Listen, I had 4 players on my speed list, okay?
And they're all gone.
Okay, next is...
all right, so let me note this down. So you got, for speed, you have...
De'Aaron Fox.
De'Aaron Fox, and I got John Wall. I know some people will be happy to hear that name.
John Wall.
Yeah. All right, so go ahead. What's next?
All right, next is athleticism.
Athleticism. Ooh, it's a good one. I kind of already know who you're picking. Go ahead.
You do?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Best handler?
Go ahead.
I'm going to pick Kyrie Irving.
I already picked him for handles. You picked Pistol Pete, I picked Kyrie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Athleticism.
Yes,
Who's
sir.
athletic?
Come on.
What?
Oh, come on.
What?
You got to know this one.
What?
Come on.
Who?
I really
When did he play? He's
still playing.
What? Oh, Giannis. He's athletic. Is he athletic?
You sure you want to go with that?
He's athletic.
You sure you want to go with that?
He's athletic.
I'm going to give you a chance to, you want to go with that?
He's athletic.
You want to lock in that one? Or you want to get another shot at this? Think about, let me help you out. You want to use your pass?
No, I'm not using my pass.
All right. Mr. Triple Double. Year after year after year.
Russell Westbrook.
All right.
You
want to pick Giannis
No,
too?
no. I don't want to pick Westbrook. No, I don't want to pick Westbrook.
You want to pick? So I'll pick him then.
No.
Then he'll be gone.
Oh.
So you want to pick him?
Yes, Russell Westbrook.
Okay, I was gonna say, come on. Giannis is definitely not more athletic than Russell Westbrook.
But he's still athletic.
He is, but not more than Russ. You really?
No, he's not.
I was gonna say, really? Some people may believe that. I certainly don't. Triple double Russell Westbrook, OKC.
No, that he's still playing though.
Correct, but Russell Westbrook athleticism. So who'd your final answer? Giannis or Russell?
Russell.
Russell. Okay, because you don't want me taking for right. All right. So I'm gonna then go with, because I really thought you'd pick one of these. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Derrick Rose.
Derrick
Rose, D Rose.
Wait. Athleticism?
Oh yeah.
What?
You gotta go watch Chicago Bulls, Derrick Rose.
I know, but athleticism?
You gotta go watch MVP Derrick Rose. MVP Derrick Rose. That guy. If you watch him, see, you're used to watching this New York Knicks, the Memphis Grizzlies, Derrick Rose. No. Go watch.
I've seen the Bulls, Derrick Rose.
No. Go watch MVP year Derrick Rose. Watch rookie year Derrick Rose. Watch those highlights. This guy was doing some crazy things that you never seen. He would jump in the air, fake a pass, and then pass it again. It's crazy. Some of the stuff.
What?
He was dunking on big men. Point guard dunking on big men with ease. He was making people touch the earth with his crossovers. Yeah, he was like that. Pre-injury Derrick Rose, you gotta give him respect, you gotta give him love. He was nice. All right, so you got Russ.
Next is fearlessness.
Fearlessness. You already took guy on the board up there. He was poster child for fearlessness.
So fearlessness.
It means you're not scared of nothing.
I know.
And you put fear in the hearts of men. Your presence on the court puts fear in other people's hearts. Because they don't even want those problems. That's what it's like.
You see, like, all of my people are gone.
Are they gone?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I'm not passing though.
You gotta figure it out.
I'm gonna.
You're gonna let me go then?
No, I'm
While
picking.
you figure it out?
I'm picking.
All right, you got somebody?
I don't know if he's really that fearless. No, I actually don't know if he's really that fearless.
What do you got?
Can you tell me if he's really fearless or not?
Who's that?
Paul Pierce.
Maybe for other reasons, but definitely not for basketball. There is a guy actually who you may like a lot.
Like a lot?
Yeah.
Who's fearless?
Who got in? I mean, he got in some recent trouble, but his fearlessness is unquestioned. You can't question his fearlessness on the court. He's one of the smaller players. He's always trying to dunk on older, bigger guys constantly.
Memphis?
Yes, sir.
Ja Morant.
Like say whatever you want about him, but his fearlessness is come on. Like the guy attacks that rim like fearlessly. It's crazy. It's really fun to watch. All right, so you got Ja.
Yep.
All right, so you got Ja. I'm gonna go a little back, and this guy, people just like kind of avoid him. He was one of those guys. Like you would avoid messing with him. He's one guy you don't want to talk trash to, and he was always talking, always yap.
Oh.
Who's that?
Kevin Garnett.
KG, big ticket. So you got Ja, I got KG.
All right, strength. So I'm gonna go with a guy that is not really mentioned.
Strength, like a guy who's a brick wall, like you can't run through him.
You probably know.
Yeah, I know. I know you.
I'm gonna pick Steven Adams.
Steven Adams, man. He's
Was that your pick?
He was my original pick. Yeah, absolutely. Steven Adams. He's a guy that picks up other centers like this and puts them to the side like they're little babies. Yeah. Come on now. So Steven Adams is your pick. So I knew you were gonna pick him. Probably I knew it was kind of so I'm gonna pick with another guy. I'm gonna take it back again. And this guy was another guy like
strong,
and he was a defensive player. Like he was a rebound king. Like he was. If it was defense, and he was on the perfect team too for what his style of play. What he did, what his bread and butter was, he was on the best team in that era, and he handled, and even like the way his appeal, like the way he carried himself, like, oh yeah, you don't want to mess with this. You don't want no problems here, sir. You know what that is? Ben Wallace.
Oh, Ben Wallace. The Pistons?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Pistons, Ben Wallace. This guy was, man, I know some people be happy to hear that too. Some people that, some of our friends are from that area. Gotta give some love to Ben Wallace. So You got Steven Adams, I got Ben Wallace.
All right, arms.
Now arms meaning like, now this can be multiple things. Right? Arms meaning like you're jacked.
I'm not going jacked.
You got jacked, or you got a lot of length, or you got whatever, right? So I already know who you're going with. So,
you do?
Yeah, I already know.
Length?
He currently plays right now. New guy.
I'm gonna go Victor Wembanyama.
Exactly. Wemby. You're gonna go with Wemby with that nonsense wingspan. Like His wingspan basically goes sideline to sideline. That's what his wingspan goes. So, okay, so you got Victor.
Was that your pick?
That was one of my picks. So because I knew you were going to do that, I'm going to go slightly different. He's also has a really big wingspan, but along with that wingspan, he's also jacked. Giannis.
Oh.
Giannis. Yep.
All right.
Now it comes down to length versus strength, right?
All right, now we're going hops.
Ooh, hops.
So the
bunnies. Them bunnies?
So the
You
reason
got them bunnies? All right, let's go.
So the reason I was trying not to pick Westbrook at that time was because I was going to pick Westbrook here.
That? No, there's some better guys. There's some.
They are?
Yeah. Come on now. Think dunk contest. Just think of the dunk contest. Come on.
Vince Carter.
So many. Is that your guy?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Vince.
I was gonna
Carter.
say, if you don't pick Vince, I'm taking him. Any guy that jumps over another human being that's bigger than him and dunks it on them and ends their career in an Olympic game, stop it. Right? Any man that enters a dunk contest once and shuts it down, never to come back, and people still remember it a decade later, yeah, stop it. Vince Carter all day, every day. I'm gonna go with the next best. What was the next best dunk contest? The guy that won back-to-back. The guy that put creativity and flair into the dunk contest, along with the hops.
Yeah.
After a decade or more, he revived the dunk contest. And that's what we regard as the second best dunk contest. It was Michael Dominique. Then it was Vince, T-Mac, and Steve Francis. Then it was who?
Was it the 2016 one?
Who was it?
Oh, Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine.
Zach LaVine. I'm going to take Zach. Zach LaVine is my.
Although
for
Aaron
hops.
Gordon's also a good one.
He is a hopper.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He got them bunnies too, but I'm gonna go with Zach LaVine because Zach LaVine has some hardware behind his hops.
All right. So next is turnovers.
So when you say turnovers, let's explain this. Turnovers means that if I give you the ball for whenever it is, the chances of you turning it over are almost none to slim, right? You're like, this ball's not getting turned over and this play is going to be executed the way it was drawn up, right? Like you're not turning that ball over. No matter whatever happens, this ball is not getting turned over. This is like, that's what we're saying when we say turnovers.
Yep.
Right? All right, cool. Who you got?
So this guy, remember when I was thinking about the ankles one?
Okay.
And it was between AI and this guy.
Okay.
And so for turnovers, I'm going to pick Tim Hardaway.
Killer crossover? You think Tim Hardaway's a good at turnover? Not. Okay.
He doesn't really turn the ball over.
Okay. Tim Hardaway. Tim Hardaway as in like his son or the original Tim Hardaway?
The killer crossover.
Oh, his dad.
Yeah.
Okay. The Miami Heat.
Yeah.
Or the
Heat.
Or the Run DMC. That Tim.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He was nice. So you got, let me write this down here. So you got Tim Hardaway for your
turnovers.
Guy that doesn't turn the ball over.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go back and do some stat checking on that one. And my guy, I did some stat checking on him and I put some conditions around my guy. A guy that's, there's a lot of guys that have, if you look at the stats, it says, very low turnovers. However, they barely touch the ball. They barely handle the ball. They're big men. They come down the court, they grab the ball, right? They turn around, put it in. I need a guy who handles the ball, who sees the majority of the ball.
Tim Hardaway.
He plays heavy minutes. He handles the ball, or he sees the ball a lot, right? And he scores in double-digit points. That's the other thing I put in there. I wanted to make this a little challenging, a little tough for myself. So as I was doing that research, I came across a guy who, for me, listen, as far as shooting is concerned on my team, look no further. Look no further. We are shooters on this squad. Reggie Miller. Absolutely. I had Ray Allen on there, but you took him. So I'm going to take Reggie Miller. This guy was Mr. Clutch as well. He's a one big package. So.
All right, next is conditioning. So for conditioning,
this is a guy that runs and never gets tired. He's like the Duracell battery bunny. Right? He just keeps going and going and going.
Yep.
What you got?
So originally it was Steph.
Of course. That's the automatic
But
answer.
my backup is Rip Hamilton.
Sir, what are you doing?
Stealing your team.
Clearly. I did not think you would pick him. And I was going to pick him.
Really?
Yeah. I was going to pick him.
You did not think I was going to pick him.
Nah, because you said him earlier. I was like, all right, cool. That was his guy for that, whatever that pick, speed, I think, was it, right? Yeah. I shouldn't have helped you. I should have just let you. But that doesn't matter.
No.
You would have gotten anyway.
He's on here.
That's fine. I'm just messing with you, bro. Okay. So, that was my only pick. I didn't think you pick him.
Pass?
No.
Pass?
Stop it. I got to think of a guy that never gets tired.
Can't pick Braun.
Right.
Can't pick Steph or Rip.
Right. AI's gone. Right. The De'Aaron Foxes, John Walls, John Morant. Shouldn't have helped you. Because I would have just picked John Morant. I'm trying to think who else is a runner and you can depend on up until the end of the game and just T-Mac's gone. Man, I'm in a little bit of a pickle here. A little conundrum, as they would say. This Jeopardy music goes on me now. I think I will pick. Why am I just going blank? You got Rip. I'm gonna pick. Sir, this is like irritating. I'm getting so like. Could you pick Drew? That's my other guy I thought of.
Drew.
Who's a guy that doesn't get tired, runs the floor? I got it.
Who?
Got it.
Who?
Jamal Murray.
Oh yeah.
Jamal Murray.
Yes,
sir. Jamal Murray. That boy, especially at the end of the game, he hits big shots at the end of the game.
He's clutch.
Yes, absolutely. Jamal Murray. That's my guy. All right, so you got Rip. I got Jamal Murray.
All right. Next is coaching.
No. We got that's right, coaching.
Coaching.
So who's the coach whose mind are you gonna use on this player? Whose mind is gonna go help this player become a GOAT, if not already the GOAT?
So you might know already.
Our astronaut.
So you might already know. Probably know who it is.
Probably an obvious one. Go ahead.
Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson, right? Phil Jackson. The Zen
He has a good mind though. That triangle.
Of course he does. The Zen master. All right, so I knew you'd go with Phil or this other guy, so I'm gonna go with the other guy.
Oh, Pat Riley.
Pat Riley.
Yeah.
Right, that's the other guy, obvious. So that's my guy's Pat. Yours is Phil.
All right, now we're gonna give our player a nickname.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give my player the nickname.
So when we say a nickname, you can pick a nickname so out of every nickname that's available in the NBA, in the history of the NBA, you got to pick one.
And it can't be an obvious one.
No. Well, yeah, let's try to avoid the obvious, right?
Yeah.
Black Mamba, like no, please, let's not do that, right? Think of one like that's not so obvious, but it could be a little obvious, but not as obvious. Air Jordan, Black Mamba, the king, right? Let's stay away from that.
Yep.
All right.
So for me, my player's nickname.
You better not take my guy.
No?
I hope you don't take him. Go ahead.
Mine is Bad News.
Bad News. Who's that?
Bad News. That's Marvin Barnes. Do you know who that is? So I was searching up nicknames and I saw this Bad News one and I read the article. It said Marvin Barnes. Like people used to say that on other teams used to say that like now it's bad news today for us.
Oh, really?
And that's his nickname.
I was going to say, what kind of bad news? Like bad news like, bad news like he's not good or bad news like for the opposition? For the opposition. Ooh, that's a good one. I never heard that one, but I like that. Bad news. Okay. All right. I'm going to go with someone a little more obvious. And I just, listen, like I spoke very highly about him earlier as the originator, the Godfather.
Oh.
Right? I have one that, and then I also have one that I made up.
That you created.
My created. So Pistol Pete, right? That's a beautiful name, man. And a beautiful nickname. But the one I made up, this is my own nickname. We live by it. We have a mantra behind it. We have other people saying it now, but it's a way of life. You know what it is?
Wait a minute.
There's only one way. There's only one. Anything, something happens, what do we say? You gotta.
RBA. That's his nickname?
RBA.
Oh.
RBA. And one day we will reveal what that is. It's on another podcast, hinted. But we will reveal what that is and what the philosophy and the mentality is behind that. RBA, my player. So, dude, we got some interesting players in. I'm curious to see how these like line up when we put them together.
I'm curious to see what they think.
Yeah. Oh, yes. What do you all think? This is a little interesting.
Yeah.
So we appreciate you guys sticking with us. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for going on this journey of build a player with us as we build this player. Tej and myself at Tej Pops. Let us know who has the better player as we finalize this, and hopefully let's try to put an image together. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Cool. Anything else, sir?
Nope.
All right. So remember to like, follow, subscribe, help us grow, right? Help us spread the word.
At Oh Kiddan. That one.
Oh Kiddan. Yes, sir. at Oh Kiddan on all social media platforms. This is my assist right there. I appreciate it. Oop, you just threw me. And with that, see you later. Alvida, Abjo, Kudafis, and Sasrikal. Till next time, peace.
Peace. Oh Kiddan.